Okay, people, this is a fun one. If you direct your attention to my screen, you'll notice that I have a little pet here. This is actually a new Codex feature that I found the other day. It's actually quite functional because you can place it anywhere on any of your screens if you got multiple screens, and it will show you the different open threads that you have, as well as any finished tasks. They'll pop up above here in green, and you can clear them. So I'm gonna give you a quick walkthrough of how this feature works in Codex, how to enable it, and finally how to make your own custom pet. And stick around because I'm going to give you some mistakes I made that you should avoid because creating a pet can be token intensive. Let's get right into it. So you're gonna need the Codex desktop app. I'm running this on Mac. Come up here to the top and check for updates. Make sure you're updated to the latest if you don't see pets in the menu, but you can select their different stock pets here. They kind of do different stuff when you drag them. Codex is working. They'll do a little animation when a thread finishes, and you can always right click them and click close pet to get them to go away, and then come back into this menu and click wake pet to bring them back. Now, if you want a custom one, you can click create your own pet here, and it's going to use this hatch pet skill. And by default, it says hatch pet, create a pet based on what you know about me. And this kind of terrifying little pet creature here is what Codex created based on what it knows about me. I don't love it. It has a weird tail and it changes color sometimes. So I'd recommend just using this hatch pet skill in your own thread, or just doing it like how I launched it and coming up with an idea or like a theme before asking it to build it. That way you're not going to burn tokens on creating this pet, because this, look at all it had to generate. It generated all these different animations and sprite sheets. Right now it's making a different dragon one for me. Turn the dragon into a pet. Let me make sure that's in there. Okay, so it needs to add those sprites into this folder. Interesting. But so anyways, what I would recommend doing is just starting without that hatch pet command and saying, like, based on what you know about me, generate 4 basic images of a potential pet that I could use with the Codex pet feature. Think of it as like a fun like mascot, and then we'll get 4 options that we can pick from. Okay, I like the path it's going down here. Mascot, university theme. That's good. Okay, we got our first concept back. Second one. Whoa. Okay, there's our third option. Let's try refining option 2, the notebook one. Like, don't need the weird pointer on top. Like, just make it look more like a real notebook mascot. I kind of like that one. Okay, I'm gonna see if it can over engineer the second one. I'm gonna change this pet too, because I actually don't like this one that much. This guy's better. Okay, that's better. So now that I have a prototype that I like, I'm gonna type @ and then hatch pet and then hit tab to use that skill. Use hatch pet to create this pet for me. And it really does take a long time. Like, it does it thoroughly. It's creating images one at a time and then turning those into a sprite sheet in order to do these animations. And it has animations for like a ton of different things, like when you receive a message or drag it around. So it does take a bit. And this generating your own takes forever. So we'll come back to this later. But basically, the skill is foolproof. It'll save it to the correct folder, and you'll be able to see the pet down here and select it. Now, if you don't want to make your own, I'm going to show you something cool. This is called Codex, and it's a public gallery of these different Codex pets that people have made. And there's like thousands of them, and you can just install them and use them. So let's see if we can find one that we like. Oh, Pokemon's kind of cool. All right, let's go for Snorlax. Okay, and a cool thing is you can change the theme of your Codex by clicking here. And then, let's try copying it. We'll go to settings, appearance, and then I'll click import right here on the light theme, paste that in, and then I'll copy the dark theme, dark, import, paste, import theme, and that will change the appearance. And then if we want to download this guy, we can just copy this command and use their CLI tool. So I'm gonna open terminal, and this is going to install their CLI tool, which you can find here on GitHub too if you want to read through how it works. You could even submit your own, which is pretty cool. But I ran that command and it should have downloaded. Oh, and we're getting forbidden here. Okay, and so I had to use the curl command here to get it to install, but you can see now that new pet and its sprite sheet were added into the folder where Codex saves them. So let's go into Codex and we will click this refresh button here. And there we go. Oh, it's got my dragon it was working on earlier. earlier, but I want to go with Snorlax. Oh, this is awesome. And then if you make one that you think is cool, you can do the reverse and even submit one and just upload those files. So that's really cool. Oh, and if you want to go further, you can install like their full tool and run this command here, and it will make it work with Claude Code and Gemini also. So that's pretty cool. It'll make it like cross AI. So that is it. That's pets in Codex. I think this is a good exercise if you're interested in generating anything animated with AI, because watching this skill unfold really shows you what goes into building a character in a sprite sheet. Plus, it's just really cool. I'm going to get so many of these. Okay, that's it for today's guide. Let us know in the community chat on the Rundown University website if there's anything else you want us to hit around Codex and customizing it. All the links to these resources that I mentioned are in the written guide on the Rundown University site as well. So as always, I'm Billy from the Rundown. Stay frosty and peace.